So yesterday, when I was preparing for this speech, I was talking to Daniel, who is my partner within EPF, and he said, you know what? I actually can understand you better when you talk in English than in Polish. And I said, well, thank you for telling me this after 3 years of cooperation. So yes, since we have so many guests, and as an organizer, since I'm the co-organizer together with Andrew, I'll be talking in English. Okay, so we are, as EPF, we are in a place where as EPF, we were preparing basically for last year. Personally, I have been preparing for the past 6 years. I had this pleasure to work mostly in the countries which are represented by this code name called CEE, starting from Latvia, Lithuania, Belarus, Slovakia, Czech Republic, Georgia, Romania, Bulgaria. And you know, some of you know me very well. I welcome all the new people with whom we have been in touch in all the in past 2 weeks. This event is about networking. It's a keyword which is one of those great keywords, but I strongly believe in it. Now, the one thing I have noticed throughout working in the field of transparency is that I am meeting great people from the countries, from the CEE region, for example, in Chile. This is how I met Alexei, who is right now based in Warsaw, but he's Russian and he does a lot of great stuff in Russia. Then I met a lot of you in Washington during Transparency Camp in DC. It's not that there is no events happening here in the region. There were some. Karolis did one from TOA Lithuania. He did one in Vilnius last year. Ania Kuliberta organized Transparency Camp in Warsaw. And there were Kochovolit organized 2 events in Prague. But the question I was asking is that, and I'm really proud of what I'm about to say, is that the biggest innovation when it comes to technology, politics, transparency, and accountability, I strongly believe is happening here in the so-called Central Eastern Europe. And when I was meeting some of the speakers before this event, and I was telling this line, they're like, seriously? I said, yes, that's what I believe in. I fly to DC, and Lauren McKellen, who organizes it, okay, there is a group from Europe. So there's one German guy, one French guy, someone from my society, a bunch of Hungarians, Lithuanians, Poles, and yes, so there is a really strong community which I don't think has a sense of actually this community existing. So what we thought is, this is why we were convincing Andrew that making PDF here in Warsaw is such an important thing. And he trusted us, because believe me, if there is one thing a Państwo Foundation, or EPF as we rebranded ourselves, is good at, is to leave our comfort zone. And we usually have a couple facts which tell us we should go in this direction, and we go. And so far, we are aiming very well. So that's what keeps us going. But I'm pretty sure that there are people here in this room, when they heard some rumors that EPF is organizing PDF, you didn't believe it's going to happen. I'm pretty sure. And yet here we are. This is what I'm probably the proudest of, what the team behind EPF is all the time doing when it comes to Sejmometry and all other our activities. So we are here because EPF, all people behind it, the organization, me, myself, when it comes last 6 years, I have spent 3.5 years not being in Poland, traveling and working in your respective countries. Not in all, but I think I've covered 70%. And I really, really believe that the next big thing, like, it's not going to happen in Nairobi, it's not going to happen in DC, it's not going to happen in London, it's going to happen, well, I hope here in Warsaw, but I won't mind if it happens in one of your countries. This is something really, this is something where I really strongly believe in. Now, this is the message I want to like give to all my colleagues from other NGOs who are present here, that we simply need to believe in it. And having this event, really upscale event, which we spent 7 months or even more, because we agreed with Andrew in April last year during Transparency Camp that we are going to try to do it. And this is like the first puzzle for us. So no, that's only the beginning of the story. We were thinking, well, that first of all, it's always good to have a huge event on the map which unites people at least once a year. Of course, there is tons of logistical work. Of course, it needs a budget and so on. But the values of those events are just huge. What's going to happen in the meantime? I'm happy to say that there are people who like a media network, like OSI, for many, many years, like CEE Trust. Well, they still are here. So who believe that, who believe in that and sponsor this event. We also have we also, as EPF, will be starting something called transparentcee.net, which is going to be a place, an unofficial place, where we will continue continue looking for new people, continue informing about what's happening in the region, because I do believe that we need to have a stronger voice as all the organizations, not only in Poland, because in Poland there's plenty of coalitions, but we need to be telling the story that there's a lot of innovation happening here, a lot of innovation. And if I would be a startup, innovation needs a lot of seed finances to see what's happening. But a lot of ideas is born here, because if there is one thing the CEE is not known for, is for the civic engagement, and we are seeing a totally opposite actions, which some of us were really working on hard and for many, many years, much longer than I was. I'm kind of the baby compared to some of you when it comes to this. So I was telling you about transparency.net. Yes, you'll get all the information later on. But what I want to leave you with is that reach out to us, and please do not be modest. I hate when NGOs are modest. This is the worst thing which can happen to you guys. And do not be modest. This is fact. This is open data. If you are doing great work, say it. It's really okay. And say it to I don't know, to Janet Haven, say it to Stephen King, whatever, or just send me an email, and we'll try to spread the word. Whatever we'll publish on transparency is going to go straight to Andrew when it comes to tech president and so on. And I'm really happy that for the trust, first of all, as PDF we received from Omidyar Network, transparency is supported by Google. Thank you for this a lot. And I think I'm starting to looping. So I'm really happy that there are so many new faces. I'm really happy that there are so many people whom I know from my work for past years. And I'm really happy there's so many friends. So, guys, hang out, have fun. And this is why we decided to organize PDF Poland and Central and Eastern Europe. Thank you. And